Hey guys, Bob Canada, how are you? I'm going to take hopefully less than 15 minutes and I'm going to explain to you the affiliate mentor program. Now, if you looked at the front video on my income generator site, you might have saw that I've earned over $4 million in the home-based business industry. And, when you do that, I took a few years off. I have a lot of companies come at you. So I have about six different programs. This one is different than a typical home-based business network marketing, with products and vitamins and all that. This is an AI product, but the structure and the simplicity to this, and it's affordable by the masses. To me, is a everyone should be involved in this program without question because it you can bring in so many people because it's a one-time $25 out of pocket program. And that makes sense. Who can't do that worldwide? You with me? And the company's been around for over 17 years, so they're established. They put this program together, and I think it's an absolute home run. So we're going to talk about two programs. This is only 2 pages. It won't take too long. I'm going to talk about two programs. One is called Sparks. Can you come back in 5 minutes? Thank you. Okay, 5 minutes. One's called Sparks, and the other one's the VIP program. Sparks, everyone has to start there. It's affordable by everyone, as I mentioned, one time out of pocket. The product is an AI educational package. If you like AI, great. If you don't like AI, you don't do anything with the package, okay? It's about, I'm looking for people who want to make money fast, quick, and simple and be able to share this with everybody, okay? Simple, quick marketing system that's going to be kicking you out $50 bills, $25 over and over. Then the upgrade, and by say upgrade, you're not giving up Sparks. You're going to add the VIP program because you're always going to be bringing people in. Everyone starts with the $25 program, and they can choose to join VIP right away or add that at some point. So I really shouldn't call it upgrade. It's VIP. You're adding the VIP program. You could either do it right off the bat, like many people, or you could start seeing how Sparks works out, make a little money, use that money to upgrade because it's a one-time $297 out of pocket. Again, no monthly, one time out of pocket. You get a bigger AI product package, if you will, and the key to me is the earnings. You 10x your earnings, where you're now earning $500 and $250 potentially over and over again. Okay, there'll be people in these programs tell you will be making six figures a year in something this simple. Okay. Now, when you get started, I'm going to show you at the bottom of this video, there's an 8-minute company video that everyone can have their own enrollment link that's tied to that video. You just send it out, people can watch it, and boom, 25 bucks, they're enrolled under you. This is my website. You can show them to get a bigger picture of the whole program, Sparks and VIP, okay? Either way, they're going to join that enrollment link, and they're tied to you, okay? And they're going to take your first position in the grid. I'm going to show you that in a second. Now, Sparks and the VIP use what I'm going to show you in a second called a 2x2 cycle structure that pays out quick, okay? And I want you to understand something. The same people that are in, these are two separate grids, if you will. The same people that are working in the Sparks program that joined for $25. Think of how many people we can have on our team there. They're all going to eventually, or should eventually, upgrade to VIP, and they're all going to be on your team there, making you that bigger money quicker. You with me? Now, as I said, you all start with the Sparks program, and whenever you choose, you can join. Now, it's based on bringing in, as I'm going to show you, two people, but you can actually, as I'm going to show you the ways, as long as you cycle, which you're going to see in a second, you earn. It doesn't matter if you personally enroll people or you just get lucky as the way the structure falls, okay? But guys, as I say here, come on. It's one time out of pocket $25. You should be excited and have your first two people the first day. Well, what's it all about? It's 25 bucks. Put it in and learn later. You know, let's go. All right. Now, let me take the last page. Let me show you how this works. I don't think it's that confusing. Let me explain it all in one page. Okay. Now, this is the 2x2 structure. Everyone is at the top of their board, if you call it, and you got 6 positions to fill to cash out. Okay. This is an example of how you join the board. So each 2x2 board is part of an infinite deep company matrix. One for Sparks, $25, and another giant board when people upgrade to the VIP. You with me? When I say giant, what do I mean? All these little boards, they're not out in cyberspace somewhere. They're all part of a giant grid that the company started. 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128. You follow me? It's one giant grid on each, the 25 and the 125. And all this movement and structuring is going to be within that. Okay, so it's very simple. Company tracks everything. It's not rocket science. It's just formulated beautifully. Okay. Now, each board fills. Let's talk about how a board fills. So this is what you're trying to accomplish. Let's go over the structure of filling. Well, when you join, you're going to take your first position in your enrollers board, top to bottom, left to right. So in this case, this was the first position. You grabbed it, and he has one open spot. So just see this structure? That's his structure right there. Now you are starting, you're part of his team here, but you're going to have your own 2x2 structure. That's what you're going to get paid on. Okay, so how does your structure fill up? First of all, your enrollments. I just changed the color so your eye would be easy to see the 4 things I'm showing you. Your enrollments. Here's you. Every time you have a new board, you could fill in all 6 positions. Okay. In this case, the concept is bring in 2 and help them get 2. Kay and Tom, well, what about you bring them in? Their 2 enrollments would fill in your board. They get 2 each. You're done. You follow me? Boom, you cash out. Here's another one. John, whoever you are, whether it's your enroller or the person right above you, depending on where you land on your enrollers board, there's always one person sitting above you. You're going to always be part of their 2 people, right? Look at here. 5 and 6 are part of 2's people. 3 and 4 are part of 1's person. 1 and 2 are part of, in this case, your structure. So everyone's going to have one person sitting right above them. You're part of their 2 people. Well, guys, no one can fill in their bottom and cash out unless they do what? Well, bring in the bottom people. So in this case, John's bottom 4 would be these people, right? I'm sorry, John's bottom 4 would be these people, which would be your first 2 people. So there you go. There's people on your team that you didn't bring in. What's the last part that's very exciting to this? Look at this. You cycle and you follow your enroller. What does that mean? Guys, when you cycle, you finish your things off. You're going to go to your next enrollers board. And by the way, if this was the case and he didn't fill that last position and you went quicker than him, you would cycle out and boom, you take this last position. Everybody follows their enroller. So you don't need all new people. Imagine if you bring in a $25 entry fee one time, you could bring in 100 people. They're all cycling. They're going from the little board to the big board. Whenever they finish, they're going to go right back on your next board and fill in one of those positions. Guys, you can cycle multiple times a day on the little board, the big board, doesn't matter. Okay, we'll show you the money in a minute. I just want you to understand there's 4 ways that this 2x2 grid can fill up and fill up fast. Okay, all movements are tracked by the company. You go back and see your current board in your back office. Okay, you click on it, boom, it shows your board. I'll show you that when there's a training thing below this. Okay, I need give me 1 more minute. Okay, you can see your current board. The simple path to payout. Let's go over this real quick. It's not complicated. I want to show this to you. Let me be able to frame this so you can still see your whole structure. Okay, Sparks. Hey, I'm getting interrupted everywhere here. Sparks, the pay line, okay? Everybody, you, doesn't matter. You're part of someone's bottom four, right? So in your case, okay, in this case here, it's Sid, Amy, and these two people are going to fill these open positions. There's always a bottom four that typically are going to be what we consider your pay line. Remember, everyone's paying $25 or the 290, the bigger one, but at the bottom four of your pay line. So let's just look at the math. It's not complicated. 25 times 4 is $100. How do we get paid? Remember, $50 and 25 on the Sparks board? The person, you, whenever you finish off a board, you're going to get, or whoever it is at the top is going to make the $50. The enroller of that person is going to get half of it, or 25. That's why you want to bring in a ton of people. Whenever they finish, you're going to get 25, 25, 25. The other 25, remember, you only pay once what every position has to be paid for. That's going to go back in, put you on your enrollers board as a paid position. You follow how simple that is? Now, same exact thing works on the bigger board. One VIP is one time out of pocket, $297. $250 goes into the payout, which I'm going to show you. The other $47 goes to the company. Why not? They're doing all this. They should get paid. $250 times 4 is $1,000 we have to work with. What does that mean? $500 goes to the person who completes their board. $250 goes to their enroller, and $250 puts them back in. You see how they're exact same mathematics. It's just that you're working with a smaller board, and then when people upgrade, they're working with the 10-time payout board. Guys, let's roll. I don't know what else to tell you. There's so much money to be made here, and it's fun, and you can help so many people. Last thing I just want to cover, okay? I already told you, the same people are just going to be upgrading. You don't need like brand new people for the VIP board. They're going to be the same people. So focus on a $25 program, and everyone's just going to be marching over. Okay? I just want to cover this last thing, and I'm done. When someone joins the Sparks board, $25, they're coded to you. So when they upgrade to VIP, they're coded to you. You don't have to send them a new link. Boom, they're on your bigger payout board. Now, here's the only thing you got to pay attention. You have to be on the VIP board. Otherwise, how could they be coded to you? If you're not, they're going to roll up to your enroller, whoever's the first VIP person going up the ladder, if you will. So what's important is you start bringing in Sparks people. You don't know who's going to get this. Oh my God, there's 10X. I got people that'll come in right away for the 297 also. They might upgrade before you. So make sure, I'm asking people to check with their enroller before, as a courtesy, before they upgrade, but you can't count on people doing that. So I'm asking you to say, hey, the minute you believe this is working, I see how easy it is, I'm going to bring in a ton of people. Even if you just made $50 or $100, upgrade to VIP so you don't lose anybody. Guys, I'm done. The link below this video is my 8-minute company Sparks, which ties people to me. If you're watching this from me, that's where you join. Don't click that button if someone sent you here to get the whole full program. Join there. They'll send you a separate link with that 8-minute video and their enrollment link. Guys, I'm done. And below the second, the company video I'm talking about, the 8-minute, is I do another little video on how simple it is to enroll. Okay, guys, let's rock and roll. Let's make this happen. Let's have some fun with this program. You want to join me in the other programs, great, but Affiliate Mentor stands alone. Let's rock and roll.